I did not pay no fare. I didn't pay nothing. Not at. I jumped through the window and nearly broke my neck and I paid a fare, and then I tell lie say I did pay fare when I did not pay any fare, guys. Let me tell you.
Around as down as can be. Baby girl, you can use somebody. How you gonna slack off on A? Baby girl, I know just where you wanna be. Cause we just get it, we just go right.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. You know it's your girl Sanura, and today's video, guys, is gonna be another story time. Yes, guys, but before we go into the story, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed as yet, and follow me on my socials on Instagram at SanleyOfficial1 and on TikTok at SanleyOfficial. Yes, so today's story, guys, as I mentioned, is going to be a time in my high school life, you know. So this story, guys, was a time that we were coming home, like we were going home from school. Now we're always driving this special bus, because you know everybody have their special bus that they drive in, you know. Some that we call lap up bus, some that we call the boogie bus, yeah. And then they will have like the boring like our bus was kind of the boring bus in a sense, not really, but other from the others, the kind of boring. But and then you have the regular bus, right? We don't really drive the regular bus because most of those regular bus never used to like carrying school children. One, because they say that school pitney money little, and two, because they say that a lot of school children don't have any manners, right? So we used to have like special bus that bring us to school, bring us back and forth to school. Now our bus now was a coaster, so you know them big bus. It wasn't the mini bus, the small one. It was a big bus, a coaster, right? So it used to carry two sets. Well, a lot of school students, but it used to carry two sets. I used to go to Ocho High, and it used to carry Marcus students also, and it carries some other school, but whenever it's carrying Ochi High, it carries Marcus too, because you have to pass Ochi to go to St. Anne's Base. So yeah, and it's like the same time frame that they go to school, that we go to school. So like a lot of things used to happen mostly from the Marcus sets and stuff. Like they always want to be in the back of the bus and all of that and stuff like that. But you know, some days we'll bring the vibe, and you know, some day we'll just chillax and listen to music and just go home. Now this day I don't remember what had happened. Like we had so much fun on that bus. Like this day, like almost everybody in the bus had decided that they're not gonna pay any fare today, right? So it started from the Marcus students, because let me tell you, the Marcus Pitney there, may I tell you. But it started from the Marcus students, you know, like nobody not paying a fare today. And then you had like a group of us, including me. We live like in the same area, so it was like more than 8 of us, about 10 or more, that comes off in the same area to go home. So those are the students that said that they're not gonna pay any fare, and a few others. So the group now started to say that, listen, we're not paying a fare today, you know, and stuff like that. So like I wanted to be at the end, because I'm always the good girl. I'm always a quiet good girl that doesn't really do much, you know. So I wanted to enjoy some of the fun too. So like I got into it, and I'm like, what's happening? And they're like we're not paying a fare today. We're not paying any fare today, and all of that and stuff. So I'm like, oh, you mean you're not paying the fare, but you have to pass the conductor, because you know the conductor is the person who collects the fare, right? But sometimes the conductor will collect before, sometimes is when we stop off, then you will collect the fare. So I'm like, so how are you guys going to pass the conductor and not pay any fare? Like, I don't understand. So I'm like, what you mean how we're going to pass the doctor? Like, they're like, through the window. So I'm like, what do you mean through the window? So now I get excited, because I want to know what they're talking about. Like, how are you going to go through the window and stuff like that? But remember, it's a coaster, so the windows are big enough where you can go through the window, right? People, don't judge me. So it's big enough where you can go through the window. So what they're saying that when the bus stop, like we're not gonna pay before, because most times we pay before, but we're not gonna pay before. But when the bus stop at our stop, we're just gonna jump out of the bus, right? Now the funny thing is, when the bus stop at our stop, is not like it stop and then we can just walk home or whatever. We have to stand there for a little and take another taxi to go home, right? But I don't know why I wasn't thinking about that. No, I get excited when they're saying when the bus stop we're gonna jump through the window and make a run for it and everything. Like I got excited and I'm like, all right. And like I was excited, my heart was pounding at the same time with nervous. And I'm like, all right, we're gonna try this. I am going to try this, right? When the bus stopped now, like it happened so fast, guys. Like it happened so fast. When the bus stopped, and as the bus like it didn't even stop, like stop. It was slowing down. So it almost came to a stop, right? And persons were going through the window already. But the thing is, not everybody was sitting on the safe side, which is the banking side of the road where you can just jump out. Some persons were sitting on the side that is more busy, so you know you have cars and other things overpassing, overtaking that bus while the bus stopped letting out children. I am one of those persons that was on that side. So when the bus stopped and everybody jump through the window and all of that, and I'm like I'm excited but I'm confused because I've never done this before. So I'm excited but I'm confused, and I'm like, crap, I can't jump over there because car coming. What if the car hit me? What if me trip and drop out in the road and everything? But at the same time, I'm like, but I can't jump over that side because the conductor is on that side. And what if I jump over that side and him catch me? No, like I'm torn between, but I'm excited and I was determined that I was gonna try it too. So like one of the Marcus boys, I'm not gonna call it a name, but one of the Marcus boys, he was like, all right, so we're gonna jump together. When we say jump, just jump. Listen, I am telling you, I wasn't even prepared for that jump. Like, I was asking him, all right, let me know quick, like, what to do. Before I could even finish to say, let me know what to do. The boy said, jump. So me, no, I feel jump. But the thing is, I always bring my bag like one strap. So the other strap was hanging down. So so the thing is, when I jumped, my foot got caught in the other strap that was hanging down, and I almost fall out in the road off an incoming car. And then he basically, hold me back up and say, be careful. As soon as the car passed, listen, that brother was across the street. And me, like, hear me, no, what to do next, and that brother was already across the street, but I couldn't do nothing than to try to go across the street too, or else the conductor would have caught me and I would have to pay my fare. So I went across the street. Now me, now with my weird self, I went across the street and I thought that, okay, this is it, because we have to wait on another car to go home. Listen, when we went across that street, everybody went somewhere else to hide, and I was the only one. And I was the only one that was standing there, like, and I'm like, I thought we were going to just jump through the window and try not to pay any fare. I didn't know that we were going to scatter and try to hide after. Like, listen, don't judge me. It's my first time. It was my first time trying to do that. So I didn't know what to do or how to go about doing it. So like everybody had disappeared. Everybody had disappeared. Now the conductor, he came over to me, because remember that I was standing I was standing at the bus stop waiting for a taxi to go home while everybody else was hiding. So the conductor, he came up to me now and he was like he was saying, where is such and such? And I'm like, I don't know. And he was like, did you pay your fare? I'm like, yes, you never listen. I'm like, of course you didn't see when I give you the fare. And then I was like, maybe because he was talking to that girl. I'm not calling her name, but I was like, maybe because he was talking to that girl. And remember that I gave you the fare, and I'm like, listen, here, like I called him name. I was saying, and I'm like, you don't remember when I said John here and just step out of the bus or something? But because I'm always a good girl and I always pay my fare and everything, like he was like, oh, you know, it's true, you know, I remember somebody gave me money, but I didn't even realize who it was. Me say it was me, man. At that time, me not paid up here. So I'm like, yeah, it was me, man. Remember that is me. Like, I'm like, listen, what you expect I'm to not pay my fare? I always pay my fare. That time I did not pay no fare. I didn't pay nothing. Not at. I jumped through the window and nearly broke my neck and I paid a fare, and then I tell lie say I did pay fare when I did not pay any fare. Guys, let me tell you this. That was the most terrifying experience for me. Like, I was excited, but I was terrified at the same time. I'm like, oh my goodness, like, how can people do, like, how do they go about doing this? And they did it more than once. I'm telling you, it wasn't the first time for them, and it sure wasn't the last time for them. They did it more than once. But I was so nervous and I felt so guilty. I felt so awkward. You know, like for the entire evening I was uncomfortable. And guess what, guys? You think that okay, because I felt guilty and blah blah blah, I wouldn't do it again? Oh please, like, it was so exciting. It was so exciting, like I had to try it again. But the next time I tried it, I wasn't feeling so guilty at all, and I became a pro. I knew exactly what to do and when to do it and how to do it. Listen, my high school days, it was fun, especially when it comes on to the traveling part of it. Let me tell you this, man. You see those Marcus friends that we had and some of those OGI friends that we had? Listen, they made school days so fun. I'm telling you, them head. Oh my goodness. But yes, we're good children. We're always good children. We just like to have a little fun here and there. Guys, comment down below, guys, because this is the end of my story. Like, I'm not gonna go any further with this one. But if you want to hear more stories on my school day life, then comment and let me know, because I have so much juicy story to tell you about my school days life. Yes. But don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and if you already subscribed, thank you very much for subscribing, and thank you all for watching, and until next time, stay extreme. Bye. Mwah.
It's a vibe, feeling me, whoa, down the ride.